Hey guys, my name is Dia and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you guys are interested in vlogs like self-help, well-being, becoming the best version of yourself, having a healthy life, becoming the hottest version of yourself, then this channel is for you. I really try my best every day to make myself the best version of myself. I try to be better than yesterday because that's the most important part of life, right? You need to be able to learn every day, whether it's from experiences, from situations, and be able to grow every single day. And I want to take you guys along with me. My whole purpose of making a YouTube channel is to be able to grow with you guys. So if you guys are interested in growing with me, make sure to subscribe. I truly believe that at whatever point you are in life, you can do whatever you want as long as you put your mind to it. As you guys can tell by today's title, we're going to be talking about how to stop letting insecure people affect you. Let me start off the video by saying that everybody is human. Everyone has gone through an experience where someone has talked badly about you, where someone has talked badly to you, where you have been treated like garbage. Maybe you were the person that treated the person like garbage. That's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to really reflect on why you did this, why did this person do this to you, learn from it, and grow from it, and move past it. It's not to bash anybody down. This is human. But the most important part of it is to not do it again, to realize why did this person do this? And I guess for some people it's harder to overcome trauma, to overcome past experiences that really affected them, and they're gonna bring that baggage wherever they go. They're gonna project it onto anybody. First of all, gossiping equals to projection. Talking bad about someone willingly is because you don't have what the person has. That's it. All of my friends that I'm friends with has never talked bad about anybody, okay? They don't have the time for it. They have goals, they have things that they want to do with their life. They're really confident within themselves. They work out, they do this, they do that. They don't have the time to dig through social media, find out like, oh my god, what is this person doing? Oh my god, haha, like such a loser. They don't have time for it. And whoever does that just doesn't have anything else to do. Especially if you're succeeding at something. They want to see what you're doing, and then they're gonna think like, oh, I'm not, subconsciously, they don't say this out loud because most of the people don't like accountability. But subconsciously, they're thinking, oh, I don't have what this person has. Why am I not living like this person is living? They try to find something, or maybe they try to, a small thing that you do, they try to take what you did, the tiniest thing, and then they make it into your whole image. They try to bash you down like you've never been able to do anything good in your life. Because you probably triggered something in their past. Let's say, for example, you got bullied 10 years ago, and maybe it was like when you were a child, but you remember specifically what this person looks like. You remember specifically what they said about you because, something like that lingers with you. And let's say 10 years later, you meet somebody who maybe has the same personality as that person, or who maybe has the same traits, personality traits, physical traits as that person. You're gonna remind that person of the person who bullied them 10 years ago just because of this small thing, and then they're gonna put that projection from what happened to them 10 years ago onto you because you trigger them. Just think about somebody who everybody loved. Think about that popular girl that was like in high school or whatever. Everybody loved her. Why? Because she was popular. Did she have any ambition? Did she have any goals? Did she treat people good? Maybe she did treat people good, but was there anything that somebody wasn't jealous of apart from maybe popularity? Or what about the interesting people that people always talk bad about? Obviously something interesting is happening with them because obviously people are talking about them constantly. If I didn't care about somebody, I'm not gonna, talk about them. They're not in my mind. Nothing has affected me from them, truly. But if somebody affects me, if I see something that, this is an example, by the way. If I see something that, personally, I wanted to be like this person, I'm not gonna bash them down for it. Why do you need to bash somebody down for their success? You need to learn how to take inspiration from people, make that in your own way. People should inspire you. You shouldn't compare yourself to people because that's the number one cause of misery. Miserable people just compare themselves constantly to somebody, and what are you gonna gain from that? You're not gonna gain anything. If maybe like I heard Bella Dane say this, if maybe comparing yourself to somebody was an advantage, then sure, then compare yourself to somebody. But, you know, it doesn't bring you anywhere. So why are you doing it? You're just making yourself more miserable than you are, because you're putting all your energy, you know, a person's energy is the most valuable thing in this life, and you're putting all your energy, sucking all your energy into this person just because you don't feel like you are like them. I guess what you could say is that everybody starts from the same level, from the same base, okay? Some people stay in this level, you know, as you grow up. Some people stay at this level, and some people who are smart, who want to learn new skills, who want to do something with their life, they go here. Then this person is gonna look at the person from up here and then see that they're not at the same level anymore. That's why they talk bad about you. Because you were once at the same level as the person, and then once you start to go up, they're gonna start to bash you down. The next point that I have for you guys is to know what is the difference between constructive and destructive criticism. Constructive criticism is criticism from maybe your family, from maybe your friends, trying to say what's best for you. Destructive criticism, however, is just criticism like, oh my god, she's such a loser, she's so ugly, she's so this, she's so that. Try to learn how to distinguish these two, because some criticism is actually good. Some things actually benefit you, help you grow, while some things try to bash you down and, you know, stays in your mind. Try to distinguish the difference between these two, because if it's somebody that actually cares about you, that actually wants you to do good, then try to take into consideration of that. But whatever is destructive, let it out of your mind. That doesn't matter to you. Why are you taking destructive criticism from people that you don't care about come into your mind? Why do you care about people's opinions that you don't care about in the first place? Maybe this person is not even good for you. Maybe this person is like, you know, you think it's your friend, they're treating you badly. You also, at that point, you have to know what is the difference between these two. Because if this person is saying like, hey, listen, you know, what you're wearing right now is not really good, and I don't think you should wear this in public, take into consideration or whatever. That's just an example. But if this person's saying like, oh, you're really ugly today, like, you have to know how to distinguish. I saw this quote from Fessinger in 1954 saying that social comparison research shows that gossip often reflects their need to elevate themselves when in reality they are shattering. The third point is to realize that gossiping, talking bad about you or whatever, it's people's way of surviving. Most of the time, people who talk bad about somebody doesn't do it alone. They go and they gang up in groups and they talk about you. Okay? They could talk so much about you. It's their way of surviving. It's the only way of survival. You know, if somebody of that group, just think about it. Let's say there's like a whole group of people. If one person of that group, they want to fit in with everybody else, but they don't agree with what they're saying, and they say, you know, I don't agree with what you guys are saying, or you shouldn't say this. Do you think that these people are gonna trust that person? They're not gonna want to involve them with anything else just because their thought was different. Sometimes, like, okay, maybe they're like, okay, yeah, we're talking, everybody's gonna agree on to what they're saying, like, oh, maybe we're taking it too far. But most of the time, people, when somebody tries to stand out, they don't really trust that person because they don't have the same thought process as them, so they exclude them. And that person doesn't want to feel excluded, so that's why they try to merge with everybody else. What you could do from this, if a whole group of people, let's say like you're at work and everybody around you, you know, is talking bad about you, ignore it. Okay, you're working there 8 hours a day, or maybe you're part-time, you're working there 3 hours a day. What does that matter to you? Your only goal of working there is just to earn some money, you know? Obviously, it's a bit hard to ignore it at first, because obviously you're trying to make friends and nobody wants to be friends with you. But at the end of the day, are you gonna think about these people while you're doing good? Are you gonna think about these people when you're, you know, successful? People that like you worked with maybe 10 years ago and now you're here and they're still at the same level. Are you gonna still think about them? No. So ignore it. Like, who cares? These people obviously don't care. Why do you care? These people don't care about how you feel. Why would you care? The fourth point that I have to say is that gossiping is negative energy, and negative energy equals to self-destruction. As I said earlier, everybody's energy is so valuable. It's so sacred. Everybody comes in life with a purpose of life. Energy is what you project and what you bring into your life. You can bring in good energy or you can bring in bad energy. If you are producing bad energy, that just means that you are not happy with yourself. Just think about it like this. If you're producing bad energy, what are you constantly thinking about? Bad energy comes from constant irritation, passive-aggressive comments, jealousy, seeking validation but never feeling satisfied, feeling drained. All of these things. This is not gonna help you succeed in any way. This is just bringing you down, if anything. So this energy, like all of these things, crumble up and then is projected onto somebody else. What does this say about this person? Maybe that this person is just miserable and is not happy with themselves. The one that I have is to detach yourself from bad people who don't impact you. Think of attachment. What are you attached to? Are you attached to your family? Are you attached to your parent, to your sister, to your brother, to your friend, to your sibling, to your lover, whatever? You're attached to them, right? Why? Because you love them, because they mean something to you. What if you attach yourself to a negative comment? What if you think about it every single day? What would attachment even mean to you then? Would it have the same impact? Like, you could first see attachment as a good thing, but then when you start getting attached to these bad things, you would then see it as a bad thing. Does that make sense? You have to learn what is important to you. You have to learn what actually has value, what comments actually have value. If you're like blowing up on TikTok, on YouTube, whatever, and then you see destructive criticism, don't take it. Detach yourself from it. Who cares? These people, at the end of the day, these people are watching you. You're not watching them. If people gossip about you, if people talk bad about you, they shouldn't even be part of that list. They shouldn't even be part of people that you would want to attach yourself to. Because then attachment would have a whole different meaning then. The sixth point is recognize that if you don't talk bad about people, you're in the power. If you're just focused on yourself, if you're focused on your own growth, if you're focused on your reality, what you could make your reality, if you're focused on have the best life ever, you are in the power. You are not thinking about, what's the worst thing that could happen to me. You are thinking about how can I constantly improve myself. I guess when you start to think about life that way, nothing else matters. You have goals for yourself, write it down in a list. What are your goals? What do you want to have for yourself? If you know what you actually value in life, if you know what goals you want to achieve, if you know who is important to you, what is important to you, that is how you gain confidence. You gain confidence from what you start becoming good at, what you know you are capable of doing, and you do it anyway. Even if you're having a tiring day, if you have a bad day, you still do it anyway. If you are constantly thinking about somebody who you didn't get along with, or if you don't like, or we used to be friends but we're not friends anymore, what is the point? You're just wasting your time doing something that could have been better for you. If you think about it, like, why am I thinking about somebody who once was in my life who is not in my life anymore? Why am I thinking about them when in the moment, in the present, I'm living a good life? I'm working out every day, I'm eating as healthy as possible, I'm starting to do things that actually are worth my time. So yeah, just focus on your values, your growth, your wealth. Don't focus on theirs. In 50 years down the line, you're still gonna think about this person that, once damaged you in 6th grade, and then you're gonna regret not living your life to the fullest potential. If you want to become a runner, go become a runner. Start today, don't start tomorrow, because everybody says, I'm gonna start tomorrow. Do they actually do it? No. Because if you actually really wanted to do something, you would start it right now. If you actually really wanted to scroll on your phone, you would go and take your phone and scroll right now. You're not gonna think, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. You don't have the patience to wait that long. So what about if you want to become a YouTuber? Do it right now. It doesn't matter. Think about something. I'm doing it right now, right? Think about something you want to talk about and then just talk about it. Who cares? And the people that try to bash you down, they just can't do it. They don't have the guts to come to the camera and talk about what they want to talk about because they're scared of themselves being judged when they're the ones judging you. Who cares? If you have friends that talk bad about you, then they're not your friends. Run. Been there, done that, okay? Run. Don't stick with people who maybe you might be attached to them because they've been your friends for so long. Because you have to realize that friendships is not force. It's not out of force. It's a bond that you create with somebody who you have fun with. You genuinely enjoy speaking to them. It doesn't drain you. It doesn't suck the energy out of you just to talk to your friend. It's something that you create based on interest, based on, once again, values. Maybe I'll make another video about this, about how to find the right people for you. Friends that talk bad about you are not your friends. And maybe they're sticking around with you because they also think that, oh, we've had like such a long friendship, I can't just let this person go. Sometimes people use people for their reputation. Sometimes, you know, just let it go. There's 8 billion people in the world. There's no point of just sticking on to that one person that constantly drains you or that pretends to be your friend. What's the point of having that friend then? There's also times where sometimes you could be at school and you don't have any other friends and this is the only friend that you have. That could be harder. Just because you're friends with this person, it doesn't mean that you can't open up to other people. Like, what, are they blocking you from talking to other people? I guess I'll make another video about this, but I'm just saying that if you're friends with somebody but they're not really your friends, then run. The final and last point, maybe the most important one, stop letting people abuse you and have the self-respect to stand up for yourself. Remember your worth, remember your value. If somebody is genuinely bullying you, this whole video was about ignoring what people say about you because it doesn't matter, but if somebody is genuinely bullying you and somebody who like mentally abusing you, you have to stand up for yourself. Say what you feel, because at the end of the day, how you feel is the most important. Confront them. Make them question their actions. Make them question what they're doing. Don't let somebody who constantly drains you, who constantly abuses you, don't let that happen, because you have enough self-respect to know that I don't deserve this. I don't deserve what is happening to me. Just reach out to the person and say, listen, like, I'm not gonna respect you if you don't respect me. Why shouldn't I reciprocate it back? What happens when you start letting it slide or letting people abuse you or, you know, take advantage of you or whatever, is that you are going to be a slave into somebody's industry, into somebody's head. You're gonna give them that reassurance that what they're doing to you is fine when it's not. I guess it's going to make them feel more powerful about themselves, and they're going to feel better about themselves because they are getting what they want while they are sucking the living energy out of you. Have enough self-respect to speak up, to know what you want, to know what you deserve, to know how you want people to talk to you, because at the end of the day, we're all human. Nobody's better than anybody. The only thing that people do, that celebrities do, that better financial people do, is that they learn what they are good at and they just elevated their knowledge. They just learned more about what they are good at. If you think about it, everybody has different skills, everybody has different knowledge. And once you learn to find out what you are good at, that's when success will start coming to you. Don't let anybody treat you like they're better than you, because that's not true. Anyways, you guys, I hope this video did not come off as like too harsh or anything. This was not to come off as harsh. This was genuinely just giving advice, and I hope that everything that I said made sense. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you guys like these type of content. Next week there's gonna be a new video, and I'm gonna be doing weekly videos like this. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed.